Welcome back to my channel, Easily Deceived, Uncomfortable Conversations in the Car, and I am your host, Mikey. If this is your first time watching my video, then welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on it. This channel is basically my thoughts, my observations, my opinions on just random things, like thoughts that I have while I'm driving. And I decided to share it with you guys. So welcome if this is your first time. If you are a loyal follower, I love you guys. Thank you so much for always giving me feedback, commenting, sharing the videos, subscribing to the channel, and all that good stuff. I appreciate you. I really do. So this is kind of like a part 2 of the previous video that I just uploaded. If you haven't seen it, then stop what you're doing and go check it out. It is actually my spend the day with me. You know, what do I do as a 1099 independent contractor delivery driver. So I just kind of shared a little bit of what I do, and so this is actually part 2 because this is also what I do during my day. I make my YouTube videos while I'm actually driving to my first delivery. So today's video is basically, I want to discuss something that, I don't know, I just need you guys, your opinion on something. So let's get into today's video. All right, so today, guys, I want to ask a question. And I want to, you know, have different opinions. Excuse me, different opinions. So do you believe, or do you think that trauma blocks creativity? So I'm gonna let you think about that for a moment. The question of the day is, do you think that trauma blocks creativity? Okay, so that's what I need your answers to. I ask that question simply because I think about myself. I've been thinking about it lately, so I said I need to make a video on it because other people, you know, may have thought about it or may not be aware, or, you know, I just wanted to share it with you guys. So in my personal opinion, I honestly think that trauma, and I'm no psychologist, psychiatrist, none of those things. I'm not a head investigator, none of those things. But I am a very rational thinker. I am a very conscious thinker, and I am a very common sense thinker. So I know for me, I believe that trauma affects a part of the brain that blocks creativity. And I feel like a lot of people, when they are going through trauma, it's, you know, it's hard for them to see their way out of it, because when you're dealing with something that is traumatic, something, you know, whatever it may be, a loss of a loved one, an abusive relationship, mental illness, anything that has caused you trauma, you know, domestic violence, you know, SA abuse, you know, anything that has caused you trauma. I feel like a lot of people get stuck in their trauma because they can't see a way out. Okay, and I believe that is how trauma is designed, if that makes any sense. But I believe that is the purpose of trauma, is to keep you in it and not, you know, make you think that there is no way out of it. Okay, that's why so many people, when they go through something traumatic, like in their childhood, they hold on to that. They grow up to be that traumatized child. And I think that creativity, you know, your creative gene, if there is such a thing, but your creative gene is really what helps you to push through that trauma. And I can only speak for myself, and let me know in the comments if you agree, or if you don't agree, that's fine. But like for me, I've gone through a lot of traumatic things in my life, in my childhood, throughout my life. And I made a conscious effort that as an adult, I wanted to not be one of those people who blame their childhood trauma on their adult behaviors. Okay? I didn't want to be one of those people that because you act out, you blame it on what you went through as a child. I wanted to be one of those people that dealt with what I went through as a child, heal from it, and move on. I'm grown now. You know what I'm saying? So I've done that. I'm doing that, I should say. I'm in the process of doing the work and doing the healing of that 10-year-old child that was hurt, that was traumatized, that was heartbroken. I'm in the process of healing her because that is going to make me a better adult. And I'm doing that through creativity. Okay? And I've always been the type of person. I love music. Music is like my life. I've always loved music, even as a baby. Like, music was my thing. But I've never been like a very creative person. You know, I've been a person who comes up with good ideas, but I like never implemented them, or I didn't know how to carry them through, you know. But I would always like think of something like, oh, that would probably, you know, that's a good idea, or excuse me, I should do this, you know what I'm saying? But I never, you know, like seen it through. So I wouldn't call myself, I don't think of myself as being a creative. But something that I've noticed, since I have been literally dealing with and healing that 10-year-old little girl, my creativity is through the roof. I don't know where it's come from, but it's through the roof. I have so many ideas. I have so many visions. I have so many, you know, I don't know. It's just, it actually opened up a part of my brain that I didn't even realize. I didn't know that I had that. I didn't even realize that it existed. You know, like the creative part of my brain. I've never tapped into it. So that's why I say trauma blocks a part of your brain where creativity lies. Because creativity is the cure for trauma. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Creativity is the cure for trauma. If you've gone through something in your life, if you tap into something that is creative, whether it's coloring, making a picture, doing some type of art, making some type of music, you know, just doing something creative, something that you maybe have never done before, watch how that trauma begins to fade. Those memories of what you went through begin to fade because you're actually using a part of your brain that removes the trauma. And it may not make sense. Like I said, I'm not a head investigator. I'm not a head doctor. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, none of that. I'm not a medical professional. I just play one on TV, right? But for me, I can honestly say that that's what's happening. Because I am dealing with the trauma of my past, it's unlocking the creative side of my brain. And I'm making stuff. I've gotten into like graphic designs. I'm into, you know, like DTF transfers, and I'm now, you know, making my own designs and creating, you know, my own transfers. And I've never done anything like that, guys. Never. You know, I'm just getting into so many things that are so not like what I used to do. And when I tell you I'm loving it, I am loving it. It's something that I'm thinking that in 2025, I really want to focus on. You know, of course, you know, I make my juice. I own my own juice business, Child Belly Detox Custom Juice and Tea. I own my own fitness, virtual fitness company, Melt Me Fitness. I'm going to do that. That's a given. You know what I'm saying? Those are my babies. But Fit and Juicy Graphics, it has truly unlocked a part of me, a part of my brain that I did not know existed. And I'm excited about it. I really am. I look forward to being able to create designs and, create hoodies and create jackets and, just, I don't know. And as far as dealing with and thinking about the past, I haven't done that because I'm so excited about thinking about what the future holds. I'm not even worried about what I went through as a child or as a young adult. I'm over it. I'm still here. I survived it, and that's all that matters to me. So I guess to summarize, I'm going to say that creativity is the key to curing trauma. I'm going to say it. And I'm going to stand by that. So if you know anyone that is dealing with something very traumatic, and keep in mind, I'm not saying that if you go out and paint a picture, you gonna feel better. What I'm saying is, if you allow your brain to open up to different things, being creative, thinking outside of the box, it is going to distract you from what you're dealing with as far as that trauma. And you're going to open up, you're going to unlock a side of you that you didn't even know existed. So just try it. Just try it. So that's my video for today, guys. I am truly excited. This is, the last few weeks of 2024. It has been an amazing year. We have all had our ups and downs, but God has truly birthed a lot of new ideas in me that I'm excited to, go forth with in 2025. So if you know anybody that's dealing with trauma, show them this video. Maybe it'll give them an idea of something that, they've been wanting to do, but maybe were afraid, or maybe just didn't know how to go about it. But creativity, guys, tap into your creativity and watch how that trauma runs. It has to, right? So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit your notification bell so the next time I have another genius thought, you won't miss out, all right? I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Later.